Hi, I'm Brandon, and I'm trying to start up a little fun project for the Lansing Chess Club that I'm calling the Bounty Hunt. The goal is to make it a monthly task where something chess related will be given out as a task for the club, and people will submit games that have it. A lot of these are probably going to be silly openings, and this month, the first one, I started off with the Elephant Gambit. I wanted games submitted with the Elephant Gambit, but I would like to eventually even add some other stuff in there, like maybe checkmating themes or positional elements, or I I don't know, anything chess related. I just want to have it fun, try to encourage people to do a little bit more and expand their horizons and try new things and just have fun. Um, so for the first month, I was able to receive two submissions, and they were pretty cool. The runner-up was from Jake Borden, and it was a really amusing little Elephant Gambit game here. Starts out fairly common. I haven't been seeing personally many people playing the D4 right away. Uh, it seems to actually work out all right, but I don't know. It's just a little bit crazy. I'm obviously a very common positional player, so I don't necessarily go in for these wild lines, but led to some interesting stuff here. Uh, this all seems pretty good to me. I like this, undermining the only support for the knight. White can't take the pawn without black being able to just win a free piece. White's adding some extra support on the knight, so then they're threatening to take the pawn now. Yeah, that works. It's like undermining the support for the knight. White moves the queen. You can win the piece then by attacking it with the pawn, because it'll then be pinned to the king. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe they could have also considered bringing out the knight to attack the queen first, without having to give up that take the pawn trade. But I think it's all reasonable. Uh, this is also another great way to attack that knight, gaining tempo, attacking the queen. White has to do something about that and won't be able to add more resources to try to save the knight now. And the queen's hanging. Obviously, like if your opponent offers you the queen, it's just rude to accept it right away. So we continue on, winning the knight with the idea of attacking the pin piece with a pawn, like I mentioned earlier, and just being a gentleman and letting white save their queen, like that. So now you can't take because it's pin. Takes the piece, nice, and breaks the pin. This is pretty good. Blacks, I think the opening's been a success with the Elephant Gambit. You're up a piece. I find that a little bit scary. I'm curious how that all breaks down. Probably fine because the piece is hanging, but unfortunately we weren't able to see any more because White ended up resigning, making this the fastest Elephant Gambit win that was submitted. Pretty cool little game. Thank you for submitting it. And this one was the one that I ended up picking for the winner. It was submitted by John Mark, who I'm sure everyone at the club knows. Pretty cool, interesting fellow. And it's a really beautiful, wonderful game. It was exactly what I wanted from this sort of thing. I'm hoping to see more wonderful games like this. Starting out with the Elephant Gambit, which was this month's theme, makes the game qualify. And we see White take the pawn right away. It's fun to have both pawns gambiting. Nice little positional thing. And we see John Mark defend the pawn here. I think that's a good move. I've personally been having more fun bringing the knight out to attack the pawn and just gambiting the second pawn right there. And then I think the most common idea I've been seeing from historical games has just been to push the pawn right away to attack the knight and mess with White's position before this pawn could be stopped by something like d3. But there's nothing I can see wrong with the bishop coming out, so it's a good move. Like it. Um, I thought that was a little bit weird by White, and computer seems to agree. Not that we listen to computers here. Uh, just kind of blocked by the pawn. It's not really being able to do anything right now. But I guess it does get it out in case white wanted to bring the pawn there. But it gives black another chance to do that or just continue their development. I like this, grabbing space. I think I would have personally pushed the pawn to attack the knight first, just because that comes with a little tempo. But it does a nice job, it takes up a lot of space in strong center. White runs away to safety. Computer doesn't like it, but I think that's quite reasonable here. And yeah, just some nice development. And now white needs to do something or black needs to do something because trouble's coming if they leave the king in the center. And castle. I don't know what the computer, ignore the computer. Computers are idiots. But yeah, this looks pretty good so far. Hangs a pawn, but no one counts pawns. And some exciting tactics. Little fight here. Why doesn't the computer like that? So we take... Oh, yeah. That... Letting the bishop pin that king does not look terribly appealing... Or pin the knight to the king does not look terribly appealing to me either. Yeah. Computer just got lucky. But yeah, good to retreat instead of just taking and falling into that tactic. And yeah, those pawns kind of just fell apart from that, but no one counts pawns. They just get in the way of things. Speed bumps. Yeah. Let's just enjoy the game for a little bit here. How's the material? 2 rooks each, 3 pieces. So you're just down pawns. I think that's fine. You got definitely room for a lot of pressure if you can get like the queen lined up with the bishop there. Rook's in the way for that for now, but that won't be always the case. Probably looking at the same sort of idea that I just mentioned here. Trying to get the rook out of there and just adding another very threatening piece pointing at white's king. Everything's coming in. So white's going to have to be really careful here. Yeah. Material greed is good, as they say. Also, this is a 5-minute game, so fun things happen. We love it. And I don't like this. Like, you got a lot of potential here attacking. Why trade your queens away? Like, but yeah, 5-minute game. And there's still a little bit of pressure here, despite like being out of pawns. And we get some nice fun. There's definitely a moment coming up ahead that I really like, so stay tuned. I'm just moving through these. Black's doing a good job of just slowly picking apart all of white's stuff. Probably could have grabbed the pawn there, but slowly taking care of all the pawns, expanding their advantage. Doing a good job. And it's clearly over at this point. Here, instead of taking, I would have liked to just retreat the rook anywhere back here. White would have been forced to move away, and then you could have taken the pawn. But that's a minor squabble when you're clear winning. And then the other thing is practicing the king and rook endings. I think everyone should practice endings every once in a while, go through against the computer all the common ones, just to stay fresh on it. But that could have saved a little bit of trouble just moving the king here, blocking those 3 squares, and the rook blocks those, so white's king would have been forced over into opposition with black's king for a mate in 2. Nice simple tactic. But why squabble over an easy win here? Just took a couple moves longer than the line that I suggested there. And white resigned because they saw the writing on the wall. Black retreats the rook. or I guess white has to move the king over and then it's just main one. But if it was black's turn, black could also just retrieve the rook, force the king in the corner, and have the nice checkmate. Beautiful game from John Mark. I love it. Very exciting, lots of fun. I hope everyone that participated enjoyed. And I will be looking for both of you on Thursday to try to get gift cards to. For the next month, I decided to mix it up, try something a little bit different. I'm trying to experiment right now in the early stages since I don't really have a firm idea of how I want this to go. And we're going to try something other than an opening. I recently got a new job, which I'm kind of viewing sort of like a promotion. So I would love to see games submitted that have a promotion involved in them. It can be upon promoting the queen, but I would obviously give extra points if you promoted to a knight, bishop, or rook. Under promotion's always a lot of fun. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. Bonus points also for the earlier the promotion in the game is. If you manage to promote on like move 10, that's gonna be a lot cooler than like winding down to move 70 and finally promoting a pawn, in my opinion. The winners are going to be picked completely through my own preference, so that might be something to take a note if you're trying to win next month's gift card. Thanks again to Jake Borden and John Mark, and hope everyone's having fun with this. Any feedback would be greatly appreciated. Thanks.